First 100 days. How about we do that?
Let's
And
do
Mr.
it.
Trump. Let's see how he's done. By the way, just to be fair, today is 99. Tomorrow is 100. But we're a little bit ambitious. You know, as ambitious people, why don't we do the day before? Everybody else will do it. And unless if tomorrow, you know, Putin and Ukraine go to peace, Hamas, Israel, Iran figure it out, the tax plan is launched and it's lowering taxes, tariffs with China scored away. Unless if everything gets scored away, our grade today is for the 100 days. Rob, this is Brett Baer giving how President Trump was doing the first 100 days compared to his first term. Go ahead, Rob.
President talking tariffs and the economy. If you look at our new Fox News poll at 100 days job approval compared to other presidents, there you see the president at 44%, and you see his first term at 45% at this mark, the 100-day mark. We have other new polls that are revealing some concerns about the economy. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so that's that. Rob, I got another one if you could show as well. This next one, if I can pull up. Anyways, if I don't have it here, I thought I had it here on my computer. Okay, since I don't have it, I'll go to anybody. Tom, first 100 days, Trump, what do you give him?
Overall, first 100 days, I give it a C+, and I get there this way. An A- on the plan, but a C- on the execution. I thought he got too many things going at once, picking on the Fed, Powell, but I gave the plan an A, but the execution got messy. And so overall, I give it a C+.
Adam.
I'm right there with Tom, actually, C+, because, you know, it's almost like a team that starts off 10-0. You know, my beloved Miami Heat start off 10-0, and then all of a sudden they go on a 10-game losing streak. But I didn't just go like, this is the grade. I actually went sort of by the most important issues that he talked about. The economy, inflation, immigration, the border, wokeness, DEI, you know, foreign policy, peace through strength, crime, law and order, energy dependence. So each of these categories got a different grade. And I thought that the first, month was awesome. He was signing all these executive orders. He's doing his thing. And then April 2nd, Liberation Day, where he liberated America of like $5 trillion worth of wealth. And nobody saw it coming. So I don't understand the methodology for what he was doing with Liberation Day. It would have been better if he just dressed up as Liberace Day and started doing a samba dance or something like that. All right, cool, we'll deal with that. But Liberation Day has backfired.
Viva,
so
what do you give him?
Not improving right now.
I'm in the line of C only because it has not been a total catastrophe and it hasn't been a smashing success with only W's. It started off strong with pardoning the Jan 6ers and fulfilling a campaign promise to right that wrong in as much as humanly possible. You got RFK in, and you got RFK and Tulsi doing their thing, which is fantastic. On the immigration issue, he's going hard, being stopped by the courts, but going hard nonetheless and sensitizing America to how serious the problem is and how compromised and weaponized the courts are. Where it gets weak is, I'm going to focus on the Epstein just because, as far as I'm concerned, it's sort of that was a litmus test promise of the campaign, where Pam Bondi illustrating that she's either over her head, unqualified, or there's something more sinister going on, making bold and big promises and then fumbling those and leading to more questions than answers. Like, they were supposed to release those documents, and now instead of releasing the documents, the Epstein files, the lead witness is dead within the same period of time. And so you'll have your questions about that, but that was a campaign promise that, by not fulfilling, will lead to skepticism among the hardest of the hardcore base. But by and large, it's been transformational thus far. There's room for improvement, and if he starts off with an A, then where does he go from there?
Well, as we all know, the last time he was the president, he came in, he was being spied on, and the Russia collusion thing happened. He couldn't be the president because he had to worry about that for 4 years. Now that he comes in, he has to worry about the 4 years of just the destruction that the Biden administration, I don't want to say Joe Biden, his administration did to get us all those things at him. The invasion, where all the mass deportation, all the inflation, the economy. He was left with crap. But if you think about it, the border is secured. Have you seen the border shut down? Okay, mass deportation. I don't give it. I want everybody to get the hell out of here. And we're gonna get into the judge stuff later. Tariffs reinstated. Which, guys, these deals behind closed doors, the India, the Apple thing, everything's happening. Everybody's panicking. They need to chill with all that. Signing the federal law banning biological men from playing with women. All the stuff. Declaring cartels terrorists and all that. I think he's doing a good job. I'm going B- because I'm with Viva again. I still believe, like, the accountability matters. And if we're going to be clean house, you have to clean all of it.
Vinny, why isn't he an A? Because you just were like, he did this, he did this, he did this.
Because
Why is it a B
because I'm
minus?
with him. When you promise something to me, and you guys know where I stand when it comes to children and what they've done to children, and you just nailed it. The number one accuser of Epstein, of Ghislaine Maxwell, of Prince Andrew, the last one, she suicided herself. After she was hit by a bus, she looked like she was beaten up. She recovers, and then she wants to kill herself after she wrote a tweet saying she wouldn't do it. That to me is the biggest travesty, and I've said it before. Let justice be done and may the heavens fall. I don't care if we're built on that blackmail and that disgustingness, and you promise it to me. That's a B minus for me, because I want them all exposed, because that's what we're sitting on.
Okay,
B minus.
so let's go through the way I'm grading this, okay? To me, if you look at the way we grade everybody that's here with us, it goes off of A. A stands for attitude. I love his attitude. I think he's having fun. I think he's playing loose. I give him an A for attitude. Effort, he's working his ass off. Nobody is sitting there wondering if this guy's working or not, period. Teamwork, his team is working very well together collectively, better than what it was the first time around. Not a lot of people have been fired. It's not been as chaotic as it was before in regards to how the team was. Before, you're like, you couldn't know who to trust, any of that stuff. And then you have innovation, creative, some of the stuff that they're proposing, Greenland, all this other stuff. I give it an A as well for that. But results, it's C minus. To me, their grade right now is C minus on results. First 100 days. When you go purely with results, we were told day one, there's going to be peace with Russia and Ukraine. It's day 100. There's no peace there.
It's worse. They're fighting.
Of course. I thought there was going to be a deal being done there. I thought the mineral deal was going to be gone. It's taken too long. The negotiation with Greenland, we needed that, or we needed Ukraine, or we needed something with minerals. Not done. Panama was supposed to close. Hasn't closed yet. Is America safer than ever before in the last 4 years? Absolutely. It's safer. Border. People are not coming across. Tom Homan's doing his job there. No problem. Kash Patel. On day one, Glenn Beck is here. Yep. In 2 weeks, I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, nothing happened there. Okay, and Glenn Beck was just with the president last week doing an interview in the Oval Office together. Okay, you got Epstein stuff. People that voted that wanted Epstein. What happened with that? It's not out yet. Are we supposed to forget about it? There was a massive community that specifically voted because they wanted people to be held accountable. Fauci, is there going to be accountability with Fauci? We don't know yet. The trade war, on how chaotic it is right now, someone's got to close the deal, whoever it is. If someone's got to get on a flight and go and negotiate, someone's got to do it. Next one, threats. When you threat Iran, if you do this, I'm telling you, Hamas, if you do this, I don't want to see my president keep threatening without being able to deliver on the threats. The more and more you keep saying threat, and nothing's happening, what are we looking at? I'm not okay with that. So in regard, Tom.
24-hour Gaza.
Yeah.
On that same list.
In regards to results, it's a C minus. And I voted for this guy in 16, in 20, and 24. Gladly. Happy I did. And it's a C minus today. I hope right now, and it's not, again, remember, it's not because of attitude. It's the best attitude he's had. He's playing loose. Not because of effort. Not because the team's not working together. Not because they're not being innovative. Not because America's not safer. But there's so, by the way, this C minus, within 30 days, could turn into an A plus. The C minus within 30 days. But because so many things are in the hopper that are not closed, we can't give you a high grade. The market doesn't judge you based like today, all the criticism, oh my God, he's not doing this. Yeah, okay, you're right. What am I going to tell you? It's not done yet. But it's 100 days. And the great thing about being a president is your administration is not judged on the first 100 days. That's just something market does because they need content. There's nothing going on. So they're like, let's talk about the first 100 days and we're going to do this. But that is my grade for the first 100 days.
A couple of things. I mean, you mentioned the FBI. Kash Patel's supposed to come in and clean house, and then they had a couple of swings and misses where Kash says, we found a border agent who committed fraud on an insurance claim or whatever. There hasn't been a cleaning of house of the FBI yet. There was a bit of the disappointment of Matt Gaetz being pressured out of his position. But the reality is, I mean, he's answering letters to God, basically. I mean, when we went to the White House for one of these events that they were holding for alternative media, you realize what an industry, a machine that they are operating, where you see Tulsi Gabbard in the hallway, and she's also answering letters from God in terms of what is expected of her, what is demanded of her. So the judging harshly in terms of what they said they were going to do and what they've done in the first 100 days is not a destructive form of criticism. But they've got an immense job to do, and they've got 4 years to do it. You're right, not just 100 days.
I'm very
PBD
comfortable
said,
with
I
it.
think the magic word is that under-deliver, because when you overpromise and under-deliver, your expectations are here, and then you don't meet the expectations. This is the problem with Trump, of him being such a good marketer and such a good blusterer. People use that word bluster as a bad thing. People understand that when he says, I'm going to end the war in Ukraine in one day, he actually literally said, listen, I don't think anybody took me serious about that. He said those words. Yeah. Okay? But the problem is when you set those expectations, people are like, yo, dude, it's been 2 days. It's been 100 days. When you said you're going to bring out the Epstein files in a week, where's it been? So, talking about 100 days, Trump's got 99 problems, and he is the number one problem, is because you set these expectations so high that you cannot meet these expectations. So when Putin says, oh, you think you're going to end the war in one day? Okay, sure, buddy. Let me make you look bad. So when Putin did this weekend, attacked Kiev and killed all these innocent civilians, Trump is like, Vladimir, stop. It doesn't make Trump look tough.
By the way, you know what's crazy?
So it weakens your brand when you do not deliver on your promises.
But it's part of his deal. Our brand is Future Looks Bright. His brand is Make America Great Again. Both of them, there's a lot of pressure on who?
Yeah.
The individual that says what? Make America Great Again or Future Looks Bright, right? They just launched their new hat called the 2028 hat, Trump 2028 hat. You know what it says on their website? The future looks bright.
Good for them.
Have you seen this? Go on the
I
Trump
wonder where
merch.
they would even have gotten the
if you go to Trump merch and you look at the Trump 20, look at the first phrase. The future looks bright.
Yeah.
Hey,
can I say something about this?
What?
Guys, the last thing I'd be thinking about if I'm Trump right now is 2028. I think they're trolling. They're basically trying to own the libs.
Of course.
Let's focus on 2025.
But let me say,
because everyone here just gave him a collective C+.
Yeah, but here's the one thing that a lot of people don't realize. Guy says, guys like you, the reason why you're not happy and you're giving this is because the market. My guy John Owens shows up last week, from Goldman. We're sitting down having a meeting with him. Do you know how many times he called me when the market went down 6,000 points? Do you know how many times he tried to get a hold of me? Never once did I call him back. He comes, he sits down, he says, you know how much money you lost? I said, how much money did I lose? He tells me the number. Jennifer's sitting right there, says, babe, are you kidding me? I said, no. So what are we going to do? I said, we're going to go buy some more. I said, take some of the money out of the cash right now. Here's how much money I want you to put into the market right now. And I said, I guarantee you I'm the only big client that never called you back. He says, you're the only one that never called me back. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I'm long on America.
Yep.
And I'm long on capitalism. And I'm not sitting here worried about what's going to have to happen to my money in the next 3-6 months. It's not what I'm worried about. I'm playing the long game. That's how business works. You don't play the short game. The people that are playing the short game are panicking. But today, for the score today, will be that. And by the way, visit back in 3 to 6 months when my C- becomes an A+, and look at the people that'll be pissed off saying he can't do anything right. He can't do anything wrong in Pat's eyes. Mm-hmm. The same thing. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to give my feedback, and you can get all butthurt and upset about it. That's not my problem. I'm telling you where I stand right now, financially, and what I think is going to be happening. In regards to this, I think this was just a great distraction to the marketplace because Trump 2028 could mean Eric Trump, could mean Donald Trump, Jr. Trump. It could mean a lot of different Trumps.
It doesn't mean
Trump. Yeah, it doesn't mean Daddy Trump. There's a lot of different Trumps in there. And I think him and Laura may one day run as well. I think they would be a power couple if they chose to run. During a season like this where a lot of people are going through challenging times, they're worried. They don't know what's going on. Some of the people are having a hard time with their finances, with their small businesses, with their careers, with their families. Stress, period, anxiety, any of that stuff. I said, I think we need something to make people's day. And I think our audience wants to participate in that. So what do? We sat there and said, we want to come up, since our audience, a lot of business owners, executives, small business owners, entrepreneurs, we want to give you the opportunity to send a package to anybody you know that's going through a challenging time with a heartfelt message to make their day. So today, we're launching this new initiative called When Life Gives You Lemons, what do? Make lemonade. This program right here, Rob, if you want to play the clip. So we come up with this idea. Here's what it is. The box is when you choose to order this program that we have, okay? You send this box. We send it on behalf of you. That box right there, they open it up. There's a video message being played by me, an encouraging message about what they're going through today. They get a hat. On top of that, they get the smell. When you open this up, it smells like lemon. Literally, when you open it up. You get to pick and choose. My video is playing right here when they open it up. Obviously, I'm going to press pause here. But it's an encouraging message. You get to pick and choose what color hat they get. It's either the white lemon hat with Valuetainment and a lemon on the back, and it says, when life gives you a lemon. In the middle, it says, make lemonade. You can choose the green hat, or you can choose the red and green, all of this, but the black and green in it. Anyways, inside of it, when you open it up, there's the Valuetainment paper that's in it. There's this lemon squeezer that's in it. You got these, what do you call these things?
Air fresheners.
Air fresheners in the car. You got a bunch of stickers, bunch of lemons, and then stress balls in it, okay? They're going to laugh. They're going to have fun with it. But if you're somebody that's watching this, you have a friend, a family member, a coworker that's really going through it today, and you want to put the biggest smile on their face, representing both Valuetainment and the individual that's going through it, go to vtmerch.com, Rob, if you can help them walk through this. And there's going to be a card in it. You can go to vtmerch.com. Rob, if you can go to the card so they can see what that'll look like. So they'll get that box. You see the Future Looks Bright on it, hashtag. And then the note right there with your name on the bottom left, meaning sent to you with care from your name being in there. So this is more than just a box. It's a message of optimism, encouragement, and the power of turning life's lemons into something amazing. We want to be able to use these opportunities to make people's days. We did this with only a limited 500 of these. We don't have more of these. These are all handmade. These took 6 weeks to make. So we only have 500 supply. The cost on this, we're making no money on this. This is $74.99 to ship it to somebody with everything that's in there. So go to vtmerch.com, place your order. And when you do, be sure in the shipping address, you put their shipping address. Unless if you want one that comes to you, they're going to be limited supplies. You can have one being shipped to you and you go deliver to somebody. I'm personally sending 10 to people that I know, and I think Pierre Poliev's on the list of one of the ones that I have that I'm shipping it to.
Put an apple in that one.
Yeah, put an apple in there too.
They're going to be going to some of the people that I have as well. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.